Hi, everybody. I'm here with the incomparable Dolly Parton. Dolly, hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Arkansas.
Well, I love Arkansas, and it's good to be back, and I'm so excited to be here.
All right. So there is such electricity in the governor's mansion here tonight because you're here to celebrate something really special. Tell us what you're here to celebrate.
Yes, we're going statewide with our Imagination Library.
Yeah.
So we're here to celebrate that whole thing. So I'm very proud of the Imagination Library, where we give books to children from the time they're born till they're 5 years old. And so it's an exciting time because it's just doing so well.
60 books, is that right? The kids get 60 books?
Well, they get a book a month.
A book a month.
From the time they're born till they're 5 years old.
You know, as you may know, there's maybe 80% of the population in Arkansas lives in rural areas, and maybe many of these kids are in impoverished conditions, and this is so meaningful. Well, what's it like to know that these kids are going to get to experience this ever, life-changing resource of books?
Well, it makes me feel good, but you don't have to be poor to get these books. All you got to do is sign up. This is for all children.
Right, it's for
but
all
we're
the children.
very proud that we can get the books in the hands of children that wouldn't have a chance to get it otherwise. But I grew up like that myself in a very poor rural area, so I understand how these kind of things matter. And they get the book with their little name on it, comes in their mailboxes. They can, when they get big enough to get there, they run out and they wait for their little book from the book lady, and that gives me a great sense of pride.
How'd you dream this up? I mean, where did the inspiration for the Imagination Library come from?
Well, I came from a big family, as you know, a very poor family on both sides, and most of the people in that part of the country didn't get a chance to go to school because the school was often way off, and most of the kids had to help out with the family. And my own father, and many of my relatives, but my own dad couldn't read and write, but Daddy was so smart, he just didn't get that opportunity to go to school. And it just kind of bothered him, and it was just something I wanted to do to honor him. And so I had him help me with it. I thought, well, I'll start this little program, getting children to read when they're very young, in their most impressionable years. So we started the little program, and I thought, well, maybe it might go a couple of counties over. And then the governor at the time, Phil Bredesen, he loved the program, and it went statewide. And then we went to Canada, and now we're in the UK, now we're in Australia, and Scotland, Ireland, and in Scotland soon. But anyway, we're just all over the world.
Wow.
And we're excited about how it's done.
So your dad actually helped you launch it?
My
He was
dad, I
involved in
got
it?
my dad involved in it, and he took such pride in hearing the kids call me the book lady. And he really felt like he had helped, and he really did, because I really leaned on him to help me, because I told him, I said, Daddy, a lot of people can't read and write for many reasons, just like yours, because you didn't get an opportunity to do it. But it made me feel good that Daddy took such pride in that.
Growing up, did you have a book that was meaningful to you?
Well, the Bible was a book in the family. Mama shoved that down our throat. But all those great stories from the Bible, it really stuck with me, and that's, I'm very strong in my spiritual self because of that. But the little book that I remember loving early on, was a little book called The Little Engine That Could.
Sure.
And that's the book that we give out first.
That's the first one? I think I can.
But I always think of myself as the little engine that did, because that's a little book that kind of gives children confidence and gives them pride in themselves to say, I can do it. And so I think that's kind of what the whole Imagination Library is about, just kind of telling them you can.
Yeah.
And the theme song is about trying. You're never going to know if you don't try, so get out there and be that little engine.
Yeah. Now, your book, you wrote a book too, right? The Coat of Many Colors, from your famous song that everybody loves.
Yeah.
Do the kids get that one too?
Yes, they do. They get that one, and another book I wrote called I Am a Rainbow, and it's about all the different colors and the moods of children.
Oh, wow.
Like the jealousy for green and yellow for cowards and blue for being down, pink, and that it's okay to feel all those things, but it's how you deal with it. So it's trying to teach children how to deal with the different moods they're going to have. So I'm proud of both those books.
Oh, well, incredible messages for the kids, right? Do you ever hear from any of the kids? I mean, it's been around for 25 years now, right? Some of the kids are adults now. Do you hear stories from them about how meaningful it was?
I do. Even some of them have kids of their own now that are also getting the books. But we hear often from the children that have aged out. You know, when they're 5 years old, they cry. They don't want it to stop. And they think, well, why can't we have another book, you know? So it's always good to hear those stories. And we're trying to think of ways that we might get, you know, more books and, you know, for older children as well. But for now, we're focused on the from birth to 5.
Do you have general advice, you know, about how important it is to keep education going for children? I mean, what the importance of that?
Well, there's a Whitney Houston song called Children Are Our Future that has that line in it, and that's true. I don't think you can get enough books in the hands of enough children because education is everything. If you can learn to read, you can read. Just like my dad, if you can read, you can self-educate yourself. You don't have to, you know, go to college if you can't afford to, but there's a book somewhere out there on anything you want to know about. So I think education is a powerful thing, and if we can teach our children, you know, to get out there and make the most of that, that's great. So I'm just proud to do my part.
Little Bird told me you're going to sing a couple songs tonight.
I am going to sing a couple of songs tonight. I'll probably sing a song called The Coat of Many Colors, which is in the library, and the theme song that I wrote for the Imagination Library called Try. And so it's about the same thing as A Little Engine, just on a little more adult area, but I mean, but with that message for adults as well as little children.
Got some microphones here. You gonna do a little song for us?
Oh, The Coat of Many Colors?
Which one? You pick.
In my coat of many colors that my mama made for me, made only from rags, but I wore it so proudly. And although we had no money, I was rich as I could be, in my coat of many colors that mama made for me, 'cause she made it just for me. Oh, it wasn't that good.
It was that good. What's next for the library? You've grown so much. What's next?
Well, what we're proudest of now is a lot of these states are going statewide. We've had, you know, different areas of different states that have had the Imagination Library in different parts, but we're happy. Like Arkansas, now we're going statewide, and we want to do that. Well, I'd love to do that in every state, you know, in the United States, and eventually, hopefully, we will. So we just want to continue doing our best work and just, like I said, putting more books in the hands of more children.
Well, we at Arkansas PBS are going to support this library with everything we have, and we're just so grateful that you talked to us and that you're here supporting the program here in Arkansas.
Thank you for taking the time to let us promote it, and maybe we'll talk again sometime.
All right.
Okay.
Dolly Parton,
Thank
folks.
you. See ya.